Hey everybody, you ever want to make a decision and you just don't know what to do and you feel so conflicted and you're battling within yourself and you're going inside your head and you're trying to sort it out and it's really challenging? It may just be because two things that are opposite can coexist. We can have two feelings about the same things that are a dichotomy and create some tension. And it's not something to fear, it's something to acknowledge in order to make a decision and move forward. So if you've been feeling like you're in a relationship with somebody, if it's a friendship or a partnership or a family member, and you're conflicted because you really care about this person, but they have certain habits that you don't like, or there's certain things about the relationship that you don't like, just being aware of the fact that often nothing is black and white, that there is going to be shades of gray, and it changes and it morphs and it gets more black and then it gets more white, and to recognize that we're in the middle of something that is never 100% or rarely 100%. And it makes it easier to settle within ourselves and not to judge ourselves, and to also have empathy for other people who might be going through something similar. So it can be a relationship. What do I do with this relationship? And it can also be a situation. For many of us, making a big life change, if it's a job or if it's a move, or if it's taking on something completely unexpected, having children, getting married, we might feel conflicted, and to acknowledge the fact that there are two things and two feelings that could be happening at the same time that are completely opposite. It's just about the complexity of life. And one of the things that I do that really helps me in making a decision is making a pros and cons list. It sounds very old school, but it works. And just to write down all the pros of this person that you're in a relationship with, be it a friend, a family member, a partner, all the cons, and then do that if it's a work situation, if it's moving, or whatever you're struggling with. And just to nail it down a little bit more, to number each of those items. So something that's this kind of bothers me, and something like this is really important to me, they shouldn't be equal on the pros and cons list. Number them 1 to 5. How important is this to me? And then add up the columns and see where you are within that. That can really help to sort of break things down so it doesn't feel so clumped up in our heads. Another thing that you may want to do is just talk to somebody that really knows you. Somebody who can be objective, somebody who might be able to see some of your fears, somebody who might be able to see some of the things that you tend to protect yourself with that you don't necessarily need to protect yourself with, and give you some kind of guidance and give you some kind of objectivity with love and with wanting you to be happy and at your best, but can give you a different viewpoint. Another thing that you may want to consider is getting professional help. The wonderful thing about getting professional help is therapists, psychologists, psychiatrists, life coaches, they've seen this before. This is not something new. Generally, when you're experiencing something, many people have experienced it. We may not know that. They may not be in our inner circle. It may not be something that everybody's talking about, but most likely other people have experienced it, and probably more than you realize. Talking with a professional, they've spoken to people that are going through some of the things that you're going through, and they can give you some wise words based on their experiences and their research. And the last thing that I will offer is self-care. And when I say that, I don't mean, self-care, just, taking baths and eating healthy, although that's really important, and sleeping well, because when we're balanced, we feel better. It's really goes a little deeper than that. It's not only, I should have added also being in nature. It's not just those things. It's also being able to set boundaries where it's important, so we're protecting ourselves and honoring ourselves and living in our spiritual sovereignty, something that I talk about all the time. And also just journaling, taking care of ourselves, being able to look at our lives objectively, taking that time to be alone and to write out how we're feeling, to make the pros and cons list, to really put it in there, to be able to see things from a wider lens than when we're going through life and we're in our daily grind. And doing these things can really help open us up not only to our own experiences and our own conflicts and our own confusion, but also for other people. Seeing that other people are also going through stuff in which they're confused and they are, they're going through this dichotomy and they don't always know what to do, and to be kinder with them because we can recognize our own conflicts and our own confusion and our own realization that things are not always black and white, and we can offer that same compassion to other people that are going through the same thing, and then they can give it back to us when we need it. So I hope this video resonates with you. I hope that it speaks to you. If you're going through something and you feel really conflicted and confused, you're not alone. Most of us are going through this on a daily basis, or maybe not major life events, but life can be a little tricky, as we know. So I hope that the video helps you. I hope the tips helps you. And if you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe for more. And also pass it on if you think somebody else should see this. Thanks so much for watching.